Fine, I've got to know. How did you find out where the bus was or come across the bus?
Okay, I hadn't heard about the bus in many years and completely forgot about it. And I got my car when I retired to treat myself, and I decided to treat myself to a vintage guitar. So I went looking for a vintage guitar, and I was attracted to one that was used and owned for many years in the best part of his career by a wonderful country singer called Hank Locklin. And Hank was one of my favorite singers. And this guitar, this Gibson acoustic guitar, featured on all of the album covers. And I saw Hank in concert when I was a kid. I actually made my way down to see him in concert, and he's playing this guitar. So by the time I got through the Heritage website to trail this guitar and get to it in the shop in Nashville, I'd gone through about 3 or 4 Heritage sites to get to this guitar shop in Nashville. When I got to the guitar shop in Nashville, the guy said, "Oh no," he said, "Sorry," they said, that's gone, that's gone." And I went, "Oh, does the guy, want to make a profit on it? I'll buy it off him." Hank was one of my heroes. So he said, no, the guy's been waiting years to buy it. So you're not going to get it off him,
And just tell me, did Paul McCartney buy it?
Did Paul McCartney buy
the guitar?
Well, that would have been ironic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have been very ironic.
Now you're making a good circle out of it now. So because I had registered with all these heritage sites, I started getting emails about other items of heritage that were up for sale. And lo and behold, now myself and my wife Rose, we were in Tenerife on holiday in October last year. And I was on the net doing my thing, and all of a sudden this email came in. Paul McCartney's 1972 Wings tour bus is coming up for auction. And I went, wow, I know that bus. And all it was just like an email. And bang, this picture came into my mind, and all that emotional attachment all started. Wow, the lights were going, the bells were going. And I thought, well, that's really cool. I must check and see what it goes for. I had no other further interest in that than seeing what it went for. So off we went. Ironically enough, it was 24 years in Tenerife where we actually were, and I never heard of it once in Tenerife. So anyway, we've gone about our partying in Tenerife and having a good time and all of that. And a couple of weeks went by, and all of a sudden I thought, I wonder if that auction has been and gone. And I went and checked the auction site and found it hadn't attracted one single bid.
What?
Not one.
That's an investment.
If I had an audience in front of me now, in a club or whatever, I'd be saying, right? Everybody goes,
Exactly.
So I was astonished. And I thought, hang on, there's got to be something wrong here. Now, why hasn't anybody bid on the bus? Then I read the description that they put on it. And then I got really outraged. I got insulted. And I went, that's complete rubbish. That no way does that do it justice. This bus and what it entails and the life it's lived, the bus lives it's lived. And it shouldn't have a mere description. It should have a provenance, like an antique or something incredibly of great value. So what I started, my head, now back in the day when I used to have a garage, I used to buy, do up and sell. So I used to do adverts, to sell stuff. So I know how to do adverts, and I know how to write out, a good detail about a vehicle. And my head just got on this, and it would not leave it alone. So Rose and I are sitting there watching the telly in the apartment, and my head's going, this 1953 Bristol KSW 5LW ECW double open top double decker bus is Woodstock on wheels. It's Macca's mothership. It's it's a living legend. It's an international a treasure. So all of this stuff was going on. And what I was doing, I was actually, what I realized a long time afterwards, after I'd completed this big, long thing about it, was I'd actually sold it to myself.
Yes.
And I couldn't, Rose went, do you know, she said, that sounds good enough to buy. And I went, well, do you know what? I kind of think that too. And